What's going on TikTok? If you currently have a job right now, don't leave that job. Stay. Please stay. The job market this summer is crazy. I'm currently in a job I'm trying to leave, but because the job market is so bad right now, I cannot find a new job at all.
Hey guys, welcome back, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Lumi, and today we're going to be looking at some more Gen Z job TikToks. Now before we get started, if you enjoy this sort of content, please consider hitting that like button. It would really mean a lot to me.
Like this summer, it's tough out here. If you hate your job and you want to leave, don't leave yet because the market is cooked. Stay at your job. Get your money, collect your check, do what you got to do, but do not leave your job. The market right now in the summer is cooked. It's cooked.
It's honestly so true. I tell everyone who comes here that if you have a job, please don't leave it right now. The job market in 2025 is absolutely cooked, like he said in the video. It really is. And I don't see it getting better anytime soon. So it's really like, if you hate your job or it's just not doing it for you, or you want more for yourself, but they're not promoting you and you're unhappy, I would say just hold out. Hold on a little bit longer. Maybe give this like a couple more years, because right now it's bad, guys. Like it is. I've never seen anything like it. But to be fair, I haven't even been in the job market for very long. Only like 5 years. So I guess what I'm trying to say is my reference point might not be the best, because I feel like a lot of other Gen Z, we've only seen the worst. We've only seen like major horrible worldwide events occur and like major historical catastrophes happen, a la the pandemic. And I guess we're just kind of like jaded and used to it now. But yeah, I don't know. This current job market, it's so bad that like you might as well just hold on to what you have at the moment instead of risking it. Unless, and now I only recommend it if, let's say, your mental or physical well-being is on the line. Like if your current job is risking your health and you're in like a state of crisis, then it's like a different story. Then, okay, maybe you can consider leaving your job. But I also only recommend that you do that if you have, like, if you're prepared. If you're prepared to maybe go months to even over a year without income. I don't think, not many people can say they can do that unless you have like some sort of support system to fall back on. But not many of us are that lucky. So you really have to consider all your options. Make sure that you are absolutely certain you can go, 6 to 12 months without income. I think the safest option is to just hold on to what you have, because take it from an unemployed guy on the internet. It is rough out here.
You guys, it only took me 573 applications to get a job.
Oh, how splendid. Maybe on my 1,755th application, I did 5 rounds of interviews, I did 2 tasks, 1 in person, 1 remote, and then they notified me in an email that they ended up giving the job to the person who interviewed me.
Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. I mentioned it before in my previous video about this subject, how some of these companies will post a job listing and they have zero intention of hiring anyone outside of their own company. Like, I'm sorry, but this shouldn't be allowed. Like, this is wrong. You're basically wasting hundreds, if not thousands of people's time, where they could be looking elsewhere at a company that actually might hire them, and not some company that's just putting a job listing out there for everyone, but they only have the intention of hiring one of their own. Like, that's not right. That should honestly be a violation of the law, because it's inherently unfair. You're basically saying that you're basically discriminating against people who don't work at your company. That's discrimination, like plain and simple.
I got laid off in December and it's June now, so I'm obviously not doing a good job at finding a new job. Genuinely, every time I apply for any job, it feels like I'm just buying a lottery ticket. Like, it feels more likely to win the lottery right now than to get a job. And I think that says a lot about the systems that we're using for job applications. I know there was a certain time where it would have been really helpful to use like LinkedIn or Indeed or these other websites, but they've become so overrun with fake jobs, with fake applicants, with fake employers. It's just an absolute crap show there, and it makes me not even want to apply anymore. Like, I genuinely feel like I'm wasting my time sitting on these websites and applying for things. A lot of you are going to say, oh, you have to know someone at a company, like reach out to them, or just go in person. Oh, go to the actual website for the company and apply there. Trust me, I've literally done it all. At this point, I'm just at a loss, and I'm kind of like, do I even keep applying? Because I feel like I'm giving a little bit of my soul away every single time I apply and hear absolutely nothing back. We need new systems immediately.
I can really relate to this one. She makes a really fair point, how it definitely feels like after a while you're basically losing a little bit of your soul or of your sanity, because it's like, honestly, it's the definition of insanity, right? It's like doing something over and over again and expecting different results. So when you're out here applying to hundreds of jobs and every time you get like we're sorry, but we went with another candidate, or unfortunately blah blah blah, like, it's just, you pay with your soul a little bit. It's so dehumanizing and it's so demotivating. I mean, that's pretty much why I gave up. Well, I didn't give up completely, because I know eventually I'm gonna have to go get a job, but I told myself, you know what, this was after 6 months had gone by and no results, or I would get interviews but nothing would ever come of it. I was like, you know what, this is dumb, this is pointless, it's affecting my mental health, I need to give this a break. I'm gonna do my own thing for a while. And that's what I did. I said, enough's enough. I'm going to focus on myself. I'm going to focus on YouTube. YouTube's always been something I enjoy. I've used YouTube for pretty much my whole life. And I want to give back to the platform. I want to do something where I can get up here and talk to you guys and maybe build a little community where we can have fun. We can share our thoughts and feelings about interesting issues. And here we are, 6 months later, and almost 10,000 subscribers later. We're doing this. We're here, and it's been great. I mean, I honestly love it. You guys, I feel like you guys had played a major part in saving my mental health. So once again, I thank you for that. I thank you for everything you guys have done for me so far. It's truly been a really fun journey. And I'm looking forward to see where we are at in the next 6 months.
If I apply for another job that requires me to answer a personality-driven quiz with a sliding scale ranging from strongly agree to strongly disagree, that's around 60 questions long before you even give me an interview, I'm just going to start signing your email and phone number up for Scientology. Because what the fuck? Why are you making me answer this? Why are you making me answer cult tactic ass questions about my personality? I'm sorry, I didn't know you were BuzzFeed. Yeah, let the Jehovah's Witnesses deal with you next. I'm not the one.
That's honestly pretty funny. That's some next level pettiness. If you're going out and signing up these companies using their emails and their phone numbers for Scientology, that's crazy. That's honestly pretty funny, and that it's pretty petty, but I'm kind of about it, because it's gotten so bad, and it's to a point where people are starting to push back. It feels like it's just a huge time waste. You do all this stuff for these companies, and they either ghost you or they don't do anything for you. So it's like, enough's enough. People are pissed. People are gonna do stuff that or people are gonna fight back a little bit. They're gonna push back. Now obviously I can't condone this, because this is I don't know if it's I think it's a weird legal gray zone, right? Because you could be considered a spammer if you do this stuff, but I will say I understand. I understand why people would do this, because it is extremely frustrating to look for a job in today's market. But yeah, that's another thing. I understand, it feels very cult-like to do all these personality tests. It's really strange. And it feels kind of pointless. I feel like it's more than just we want to know what kind of personality you have. I feel like it's more about like, can you answer these questions? What's your writing style like? Are you coherent? Can you like form coherent sentences? I feel like they don't really care what your personality type is. They just want to see like how you answer, you know? Like what kind of answers would you put down on these questions? Because I think aren't personality tests usually like they're not multiple choice. It's usually like you have to write out your answer, no? It's been so long since I took one. Last time I took one was not to get hired at my last job, but they did ask us they like gave us a personality test when we had a new boss. Like he wanted everyone to do it for some reason. It was very strange. It felt like a power play on his part. Like it felt like he was asserting his I guess his leadership, you know, an easy and simple command that pretty much everyone or should abide by, you know. It's a power move. It's a tactic. It's to see, you know, who's going to do this, how quickly will they complete this task, and will anyone push back? Because then that'll signal to him, okay, these are the people willing to just lie down and take whatever, and these are the people who are going to fight and make my life more difficult. That's how they think. But anyway, guys, this one's getting kind of long. I'm going to wrap it up here. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you got something out of it. If you did, please give me a like down below. Dislike it if you dislike it. Let me know in the comments what you think. Have you ever had to take a personality test before? If so, give me your personality type down below in the comments. And as always, if you enjoy this sort of content, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It would help me and the channel go a long way. But anyway, guys, I will catch you in the next one. Later.